Hey, what's up, all y'all? Welcome to the Brookstone Bards Just Chatting stream. Um, as you can hear, my voice is a little butt right now, so I'm gonna do my best. I didn't want to. Oh, thanks, Derek. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you. Thank you for subbing. Jason tested positive for COVID. Oh no. Oh no. Well, I don't have COVID. I just sang a little too hard last night. Oh, Jason. Yeah, I mean you can get all your shots and still get it. So, um, that's that sucks, man. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that, but get better, baby. Get better. After all, you've got to make it to, I guess, BardsCon this year. Or RahomoCon, that's right. I love it. I love it. And and yet there's Rahomo like on cue right there. Thanks, buddy. Looks like we may name it after you. uh, well, Derek, I'm gonna get to that. We've got I got some shit to talk about. We'll talk about BardsCon at the end of the thing today. But yeah, the first thing I want to talk about is the state of my voice. I'm really sorry that I'm not doing a music stream today. Of course, uh, I don't. I mean, you can hear me right now. I don't believe in my ability to deliver you the kind of subpar quality you've come to expect from the Bards channel. And I do have two extremely important gigs this weekend that I need to save up for. Which, by the way, we are live streaming the show tomorrow night. Right here on the channel. It'll be the Abacab show from Amos's South End, same place we just played the Thurston Howell show. We'll be streaming Abacab from the from Amos's. And if you haven't heard Abacab yet, you're in for a treat because we love playing it. It's a great band. The guys are really great. You know, everybody comes strong. Oh, how do you take care of your voice? Hot tea, lemon juice, both actually. I take care of the Bumper Man mug. I take care of my voice, or try to anyway, with green tea with honey and lemon. So that is how I'm rolling today. I didn't even drink any coffee today. I'm drinking my tea, and I had an apple. Surprisingly, Rahomo, vaping doesn't really affect me adversely in any way. It's not, I don't know. It's not like that for me. It's not anything like smoking. Smoking actually absolutely destroyed my voice. But when I switched over to vaping, I actually got a bunch of my range back. So, judge me all you want. God damn it. I'm still doing it. It's fine. But yeah, that's how I kind of baby it, and I try not to, when I talk, I try not to do that boisterous Pete voice like I'm used to. I also want to say hi to, thank you for that, Big Booger. Also want to say hi to Big Booger and Nightshade and the Derek and Jason and Rahomo and Moni. Hi. And Rich Codes Web. How you doing, guys? Thank you. I know it's a just chatting stream, and I'm sorry. Yeah, Moni, I'm telling you, if you're an ex-smoker, vaping is the way to go. I am, there's a lot of. Don't you guys just love changing the colors? I love it. You can change all these. It's great. They finally work again. I'm very excited about that. I've been noticing that you guys have been changing the colors during the show, so I like it. And Moni, I'm very proud of you. Hearing your voice is all I need while I sit at the airport waiting for my plane. Oh, big booger. That's cool. Well, I didn't come unprepared. I wasn't just going to sit here and bullshit. I do have just wishing you chatting is fun. Catch up. I know, right? I think Special K slipped something in Pete's food, so he'd have to be quiet around the house. Rich Coes Webb just started playing Phoenix Rising on PS5. Yes, dude. Yes. Phoenix Rising is delightful. Delightful. That game is so much fun. I have no idea how Ubisoft managed to low-key make one of the most perfect, stable games out there, and it just went underneath everybody's radar. I don't get it. It's such a good game. It's such a great game, and I love it so much. Yes, Immortals Phoenix Rising for all platforms. It's literally out for everything. PS4, PS5, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One. It's out, PC, Steam. It's out for everything. What's up, J-Dog Rick? What up, fool? Mm-hmm. I know, Rich. It is absolutely surprising that it's an Ubisoft game. Screw me soft. Tell us how you really feel, bud. So, okay. So, let me get on some topics here when we'll start talking about some stuff. So, state of my voice. Yeah, I did a bar gig last night with a drummer friend of mine. So, 3 hours and I sung everything. So, yeah, I ended up doing things like Immigrant Song and Highway to Hell and stuff like that. When you do those bar gigs, when you're surrounded by speakers, you tend to push and not realize you're doing it. So, I gotta be careful. I gotta get it back. So yeah. So let's talk about some nerd shit. I did give it all I had yesterday. I didn't do Thunder in Your Heart though, Jason. It wasn't that kind of party. These people wanted to hear Brown Eyed Girl and Sweet Caroline. And so I did. Yeah. No one knows that, but you, Jason, that's not actually true, man. Oh, yeah? Well, Genesis isn't on tour anymore, but if Mike and the Mechanics are, that'd be pretty cool. When are you going to find out your trip to Florida is canceled so I can meet you all in person? We already went to Florida. We actually, I know, right, Moni? You should, it would totally be cool for you to come to the show. I'm just trying to keep up with you guys in chat. You're all over the place. Thunder in Your Heart. It's a great song. More people know it. Big Booger. Yes, Abacab will be going to Dania Beach, Florida. We will be doing that. And it is not canceled. It's happening. Abacab will be there. So make sure you get your tickets to the show, Big Booger. Come and see it. It's going to be fun. So I want to get into some nerd shit first. So a lot of nerd shit happened in the last couple weeks that because I do a music stream, we don't really ever get a chance to talk about. So in just the last couple weeks, we've had the Mandalorian season finale. We've had the Star Trek Picard season finale, series finale, I think. Last week we had the Super Mario Brothers movie, and a couple weeks before that we had John Wick 4. I've gotten the opportunity to view all of these things. So, what are you guys watching, man? Let's talk about. You'll be in Charlotte that week, Big Booger. That's why you wanted to know if it was canceled. Okay. Damn it. Not here, Rich. Here that show already, that episode already aired. I watched it this morning. It's called The Last Generation is the title of that episode. Yeah, it airs in the US on Thursdays. So I watched it this morning, and it's extremely good. I won't be doing spoilers in any of this stuff. So everybody in my chat is cool enough to know they're not going to y'all aren't gonna put spoilers. I'll even remind you all here. I won't do that to you. So I guess let's talk about Picard. Yes, it did make me cry. I will not spoil it for you, Rich. I will not do that. I wouldn't do that. But yeah, it did make me cry. It's extremely touching. And Rich, just to make sure, if you're not one of those people that turn the shit off after the credits, there is an after credit scene. So make sure you watch that too. I was a little shocked by that, actually. But yeah, so the legacy of Star Trek Picard, I know, Moni. Oh, we'll get to that too. The legacy of Star Trek Picard has been a rocky one. Like, season 1 was pretty good. Season 2 was a lot of fan service, but kind of a weaker, weird storyline. And season 3 has been literally the Star Trek The Next Generation show, follow-up show that's all we've wanted from Picard. That's what we want. And season 3 is undeniably the best season of the show. Undeniably the best season of the show, no question. It's Moni's got it too. This season of Picard has been absolutely unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. And this finale was like every episode of this season has been really, really good. But this finale was absolutely fantastic. And if you guys haven't seen it yet, you're going to love it. I wish 3 had been season 1 as well. Yeah, I would watch a whole another show with the old TNG cast. I absolutely would. I don't give a shit if they're old. I will watch it. I would absolutely watch it. But yeah, so Picard's been delightful. So obviously, Derek and Rich and Moni are watching the show. Anybody else watching the Picard? Jason watched season 1. Season 2 is worth it. It's good, but season 3 is where it's at. Season 3. Oh God, season 3. And I'm with Rich. I wish season 3 had been season 1. If you enjoyed season 1, haha, big booger. If you enjoyed season 1, you will love season 3. Especially if you watched the original show. If you watched TNG. It's just been great. It's been absolutely great. What's up, Lime? I'm actually about to start season 1, episode 1 of TNG, as I've never seen all of TNG. Wow, Derek. Okay. So just stick with it. Season 1 of TNG is not terribly good. It's okay. It's not super good though. It really didn't know. It took TNG a couple seasons to figure out exactly what kind of show it was. But once it did, like, you know, like, Rich, I'm going to slightly disagree with you there. I don't think it's the biggest shit pile of a franchise ever. But they are making mistakes. Disney is making some mistakes with the Star Wars brand. Now, I think I'm hopeful. I hope that some course correction has been put into play for the Star Wars brand. The most recent celebration and the announcements that they put out. But honestly, Rich, I'm going to tell you, man, like when I found out that Disney was buying Lucasfilm, I was down. I was excited. I thought it would be in really good hands. Disney and George Lucas have had a very successful partnership for a very long time. And I didn't even mind that they tried to do something new. What I did mind was that there was no plan. There was no plan in place. They just went, here, do this movie and do your mixed mystery box shit. Okay. And then J.J. Abrams made The Force Awakens. And The Force Awakens was cool. And then they handed it off to Rian Johnson, which, hot take, I liked The Last Jedi, but there were a lot of people that didn't. And I think that a lot of the backlash to The Last Jedi is why we got Rise of Skywalker, because they wanted to do a course correction from that. Oh, we got to please the fans again, so we better go ahead and retcon everything that happened in The Last Jedi. And they totally shouldn't have, because if they had moved forward with Colin Trevorrow's script, which they totally should have, you would have actually seen, I don't know if anybody's read the script for Duel of the Fates, but you would have actually seen them come back around. Oh, sorry, Sniff Wong. I apologize. Jesus, Rich. Tell me how you really feel, buddy. Oh yeah, let me back up. Derek, I'm just sad Strange New Worlds isn't until June 15th. Yeah, you need to go back and watch Strange New Worlds, because that is peak Trek for sure. Rich apparently just hates Disney. And I think so too, Jason. If they had tried to expand on some of the novel stuff instead of, their explanation for it made a lot of sense. The reason they eliminated the Legends canon was they didn't want their hands tied. They wanted to be able to create rather than just regurgitate, which is what they would have been doing. And I can respect that. But yes, Howard the Duck is in fact a Disney hero, Derek. That is correct. Sniff Wong, when is the next board stream? That's up in the air right now, bud. I am getting ready to going into May, and throughout the summer, a lot of my weekends are going to be spoken for, unfortunately. So, because I'm doing a lot of actual live gigs, a lot. There's going to be several weeks in June and July where I will not be going live because I'll be gone. No, Jason, that's true. That's exactly what they. And yes, Naders, happy holidays. I dig it. Yes, Jason, that is exactly what they said at first. Remember, I mean, go back to when Disney bought Star Wars before we'd even seen anything. Like I said, I remember being excited. I was excited. I don't have the same kind of hate that a lot of people have for Disney. I don't. Yeah, I know, Jason. I know they're in this live action remake stuff. I get it. I'm 100%. I get it. And I'm not really down with that a lot either. But what's up, Riser? How you doing? Yeah, I'm trying to keep it. Yeah, I don't really get the hate that Disney takes on a lot. Yeah, that was their excuse. They wanted to create something new. They didn't want to do what the books had already established, because the book lore at that point had already gone like 40 years into the future of the future after Return of the Jedi. And so all of that time period was all of that time period was taken up. So and to be fair, Rich, I don't think you can lay the blame for what's happened to Star Wars solely at the feet of Disney. Disney's not really the one. They're not really the ones that making the creative choices over there. Kathleen Kennedy is doing a lot of those creative choices, and she is making mistakes for sure. She is making mistakes. Well, to be fair, Jason, they're kind of doing that. If you're following current Star Wars stuff, they actually are altering some of it with the introduction of Grand Admiral Thrawn and Captain Paleon and Mount Tantus, and Well, to be fair, Rich, they put. George Lucas chose Kathleen Kennedy to be his successor, and Disney left her alone to do stuff. Oh, a riser. That's okay. We'll make a believer out of you, bud. Look, actually, Mando is actually on my list to talk about. So, I'm just going to get this out of the way right now. I love The Mandalorian. I love it. I love it. I love it. I don't care. No, Jason. Even people who don't like Star Wars deserve to be here while we talk about Star Wars. Yeah, Derek is right on all counts. Had to high. Much love, brother. Thank you, Naders. And thank you for spreading the 420 love. Yes, of course, everybody, it is 420. In fact, we should probably be doing this. If anything, this is just punishment for me. It's not punishment. I am an unabashed lover of all things Star Wars. It will always and forever be my fandom. I'm not going to let some poor decision making steer me away from something that I've loved since childhood. I just can't do that. No, that's not why my voice is messed up, Riser. It's messed up because I sang my balls off last night. I sang a little too hard last night at the bar. So I am a glass half full kind of guy, man. I love Star Wars, and I love Star Wars in all its forms, even the stuff I don't like, except for Rise of Skywalker. I don't like Rise of Skywalker because that was a largely internally political move that was not motivated by telling a good story. It was motivated by pleasing a select group of fans who were mad because the movies didn't match up to their fan fiction. Yeah. Rich, that's clever. That's funny. Oh, Naders. Oh, I get it. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Riser. It's been a weird one. We got back from Florida, and I wasn't feeling super good. And then I knew I had a gig on Wednesday, and I knew I had 2 gigs. I know these 2 shows on Friday and Saturday. So I got to, since those are actually like big money, we've sold tickets. Like I got to save it up. I got to be good. And my eyeballs are sweating. That's like, how normal people sweat? People will just sweat normally. I sweat literally here in my eyeballs. So, and you see me go like this, it's to wipe sweat out of my eyeballs. I don't know. I believe they call it hyperhidrosis. But we're super bad. No, it's on the other side of terrible. But yeah, so I love everything Star Wars. I love it. I love it. I love the fantasy of a galaxy far, far away, even when they make dumb decisions. You know, I loved The Last Jedi. I loved Solo. I don't understand why that gets so much hate. It's a fucking great movie. Rise of Skywalker is not a great movie. That is an objectively bad film. Jason, here's the thing. You said when he explained why he became a coward, he's not a coward. He's doing what Jedi do in that scenario. He's literally doing exactly what Ben Kenobi and Yoda did. There is precedent for him doing that. Hello, Doreen. Yes, Jason. Exactly. Yes. Yes. Luke cut himself off from the Force because he felt like he had failed when his most promising student and nephew turned to the dark side and killed all of his students. Yeah. And when he has that speech about the legacy of the Jedi being failure, awesome. I love The Last Jedi, man. I love it. Jedi are hubris. They just are, man. And I love that. That Luke acknowledged that. I loved it. And I loved too that he said, "What did you think? I was just going to show up with a laser sword and defeat the whole First Order?" And then at the end, literally shows up as a Force ghost, like with his lightsaber. Like I enjoyed that parallel. Plus, you're going to be hard pressed to find another Star Wars movie, any of the movies, that is visually as striking as The Last Jedi. The cinematography in Last Jedi is fucking brilliant. It's fucking brilliant. No, Ariser, it's not just dudes playing with light fire swords. Oh my God. But anyway, even when they make bad decisions, like there was a lot of bad decisions made in Obi-Wan. I still enjoyed that. There were a lot of bad decisions made in the Book of Boba Fett. Still okay with that. Mandalorian is peak Star Wars as far as I'm concerned, and Andor, I will put Andor on the same level as The Empire Strikes Back. Andor's probably one of the best television shows I've seen in a long time. I loved Andor. I loved it. Loved it. I even got Special K to watch Andor. She was like, "Wow, this is really good." I'm like, "I fucking know, yeah." Oh, Derek says, "So I'm not excited to the EA Star Wars game. I'm not anti-EA, by the way." Oh, I totally am. But the one after, which is made by the people who made Detroit Become Human, I'm stoked. Oh, Half Pint Carrie, thank you for the sub. Jason, that is a great question. Special K, how much Star Wars do you like versus begrudgingly watching because Pete won't shut up about it? That's a great question. Hello, family. Half Pint Carrie has entered the chat. Carrie, we're talking about Star Wars. But yeah, I think they've done. Bob Iger coming back on, and anything past episode 3 I watched because Pete made me. That's true. That is true. That's the thing. Hi, Muppet Stooges. So the what was I going to say? I think there's been a course correction at Lucasfilm. I really did. I've not enjoyed all the cancellations that I've heard about. I was really excited for the Patty Jenkins Star Wars movie, but then I remember that Patty Jenkins had one success, with the Wonder Woman movie, and then totally botched her legacy with Wonder Woman 1984, which was a giant piece of shit. Prof, because I don't play jazz. That's why. Yes, Muppet Stooges is correct, and I was getting to that. The new announcements, the Rey Skywalker film. I don't have hate in my heart for Rey. I'm into it. I'm into Rey. I'm absolutely down. I think the Dave Filoni Mandoverse film is going to be absolutely phenomenal. And I think that the project that I am most excited for is the James Mangold directed Dawn of the Jedi film, which takes place 25,000 years before Star Wars, before A New Hope, and is about the first Force user. I cannot wait to see that. I cannot wait to see that. I cannot wait. And Special K is unfortunately correct. She says she feels like there is so much Star Wars that it isn't really special anymore. And that was the Disney effect. They came out swinging and put out as much content as they could. And then during COVID, they did exactly the same thing with Marvel. They squeezed in a bunch of subpar stuff just to push content. And that's how we got Obi-Wan as a series instead of a film. That's why we got Book of Boba Fett as a series instead of a film. And as a result, neither one of them were particularly good. They had very good moments. All of the Tusken Raider shit in Book of Boba Fett was tremendously awesome. All of the Obi-Wan Darth Vader fight at the end of the Obi-Wan show, that's top 5 moments in Star Wars for me. I absolutely adored that. But you know. Prof Schlaf. Yeah, I'm tired of Star Wars. The only way to bring me back is a post-Return of the Jedi movie focused on Luke, starring Sebastian Stan as Luke. Also ignore 7, 8, and 9. You're correct, Jason. They didn't give her enough in 7, but 7 was supposed to be more of, the ensemble setting up. 8 was 100% her story, but no one there was a bunch of people who were very vocal about not liking 8, so 9 rolled a lot of that back. If they had kept the Colin Trevorrow script, you would have seen an evolution of Rey's character, and it would have been tremendous. It would have been tremendous. BRH says, so I just watched the Star Wars Tales of the Jedi. Oh, I know. Oh, Riser, go study for your Series 6, buddy. Thank you for coming in, dude. I appreciate you being here. And JC is, here's the thing, JC, though, about wasting Snoke. Snoke was never intended to be the big bad. Snoke was the placeholder for Kylo Ren's ascension, except for in the new script, in the Rise of Skywalker script that we got, where they retconned fucking the Emperor, which was... I will never get over how much fucking Rise of Skywalker blows. That movie blows. I don't think they wasted Snoke, Prof Schlaf. I do think they wasted Phasma, and I absolutely think they wasted Finn. In fact, in Rise of Skywalker, they basically treated Finn like some sort of comedic afterthought. They started about 3 different plot lines with him and didn't finish any of them because it sucked. And yes, Jason, it is 100% out of the books. But by that time, Disney was already, those movies were already, they were already moving forward. So to retcon something like that and squeeze in something from the books, which is also antithetical to what they had originally said, was just, Crowley, what's happening? But what I really wanted to talk about was the Mando Season 3 finale, which was terrific. Prof, I would say they wasted Snoke because the scene where he died was so flat and unaffecting to me. I actually thought it was awesome. I loved that. I loved Kylo Ren's subterfuge because he knew that Snoke could see into his mind, so he made sure to physically do everything that he was doing with the Force so that Snoke didn't see it coming. I thought it was super smart and very brilliant. Yes, I know, JC. We touched on that a little bit earlier about the books getting relegated to Legends canon. That clearly kind of sucked. And Jason is correct. It would have needed to be appropriately forecasted in 7 and 8. The Emperor's Return for sure. It was not, because they didn't know that's what they were going to do until they got there. In the Duel of the Fates, the Colin Trevorrow script, there is no Emperor. He did not come back. And Half Pint Carry, we don't. Hey, thanks, Sniff Wong. We don't do spoilers over here, so I wasn't going to say anything particular about the episode. I will say it was goddamn good. It was goddamn good. Sniff Wong. Anyone else getting frustrated with all the good movies are turning into series that they can put on a streaming service? Why does everything need a streaming service now? It's almost better to buy cable. There's a lot to unpack there, Sniff Wong. The good movies are turning into series. I'm gonna need you to elaborate on that a little bit, Sniff Wong, because I do want to address that. The mousy girl on the bridge of the rebel ship is a traitor. That's Carrie Fisher's daughter. There's no way. There's no way Lennox is a traitor. Nope. And the spy absolutely was revealed in episode 9. It was General Hux, which was also dumb. What could be movies are now. Oh, okay. That they have planned to be a movie that they end up turning into a series instead. Yeah, they did that with Obi-Wan. They did that with Book of Boba Fett. And I think we saw the sordid end of those tales. Book of Boba Fett was only about half good, and I'm pretty sure that the half that was good was not only the half that probably was supposed to be the movie, but it also featured 2 episodes of The Mandalorian. Like, why did you run and get some other character to be in your show? Why is the Mando saving the Book of Boba Fett? It's super dumb. Super dumb. I'm going to read. I don't know, Jason. I'm gonna need some evidence that isn't anecdotal. Oh, Marvel, the Loki series would have been better as a movie. Why can't they do character development in movies anymore? Why do they need to do 10 episodes besides to line their wallet with more money? I hate the useless information they throw in that's not important to the storyline. I would agree with some of that to an extent, Sniff Wong. Like I said, there, the examples of Obi-Wan and Book of Boba Fett kind of are self-evident. But something like Loki was always supposed to be a series. And if I'm being honest, Loki is probably, in my opinion, Loki and WandaVision are the best of the Marvel shows. I think they kind of went downhill after that. Miss Marvel was just okay. She-Hulk was just okay. Hawkeye was ultimately forgettable. Moon Knight was interesting, but I didn't feel like it propelled like it should. I guess I wanted more Moon Knight in my Moon Knight show. Yeah, and now series get about 10 to 13 episodes. So they're a little more easily bingeable, which I like watching long shit. I like being able to get into the for some people, consuming things in episodes is easier than watching movies. That is also true. Yeah, I'm up at Stooges. I would like some, I kind of feel like Jeff Goldblum in Jurassic Park. Now, you will eventually have dinosaurs on your dinosaur tour, right? How does Pete expect you to not use anecdotal evidence? It's a story. The whole thing is an anecdote. Damn it, Prof. You already know the answer to that. I want specific story examples. Yes, Sniff Wong, I believe that Hawkeye also should have got his own film. I do hate that they made that a series. You're right. Yeah. I mean, they retconned a Black Widow movie, and that's 5 of the 6 Avengers. And to be fair, the Hawkeye show wasn't even really about Hawkeye. I mean, Star Wars channel in Discord is going to blow up. Yeah, blow it up, Jason. Blow it up. All right. So since we're starting to talk about Marvel, how do you guys feel about the trailer for the Marvels? Go ahead and put it out there. Prof is correct. The Netflix Marvel stuff was dope, and Iron Fist blew. Hate the path that all the Spider-Man movies are going. No, wait a minute. Spider-Man No Way Home is the shit, bro. That movie's fantastic. Oh, man. I think the Marvels looks like a good time too, man. And I'm glad that I'm glad to see Monica Rambeau get some more screen time. I like Photon. I think Photon is a very cool character, and I'm glad that she's in the movie. I like Kamala Khan, and I like Captain Marvel. Like I like Carol Danvers. I didn't have a lot of the same problem that a lot of people had with Captain Marvel. I think Brie Larson herself is kind of mean-spirited, but I mean, you know, I get where she's coming from. I think she's kind of mean about it, but like that doesn't make me not like the film, you know. So yeah. I Sniff Wong. I agree. In the multiverse and the newer cartoony type Spider-Man movies are the ones I don't find interesting. I won't watch. I loved the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. That's one of the best animated movies I've ever seen. Ever. And Sniff Wong, you just like Florence Pugh. I too like Florence Pugh. I think you will get Florence Pugh as Black Widow moving forward, though. Moni said, it took me a while to get into Andor, but then it started getting really good. Yes, it did. If you started it and did not finish, please do. It honestly got much better. I can't wait for the next season. Shit, now we're on Marvel. I did type faster. That's okay. I'll back up. Andor. Best Star Wars television show, easily. It is easily the best thing that Disney's ever done with the Star Wars brand. Easily. And Prof, I also dislike that we got more Avengers instead of more Captain America movies. Winter Soldier is the best Marvel movie made. That is correct. That is the correct answer. Yes, Winter Soldier, it is still to this day, is still my favorite Marvel movie. Winter Soldier is fucking perfect. That is a perfect film. And you can't say that about many of the Marvel movies, but you can say that about Winter Soldier. That is a perfect film. Half Pint Carry, you like Andor over Mando? Yes, I do. That doesn't mean that I don't like Mando. I absolutely like Mando, but Andor, I believe, is what Star Wars has needed. It's what Star Wars has needed. It has needed a gritty, street-level characters doing street-level shit. No Jedi, no Force, none of that. Just give me Star Wars normies, man. Give me the formation of the rebellion. That's, the Mon Mothma and her shit. Like, Andor's prestige television, man. It just is. Well, Half Pint Carry, though, like, Andor doesn't really require you to have a massive knowledge. You just have to know. All you really have to know is that before A New Hope, the rebellion was very fledgling. Like, that's all you have to really know. You don't even have to know who Andor is, really, to enjoy the show. Because a lot of who Andor is explored in the show. You get to see how he turns into the guy that we see in Rogue One, which I think is great. And yes, Crowley, Across the Spider-Verse, I'm very into that. Very into that. Carrie, did you watch Andor? Yes, the main character's name is Cassian Andor. I think you need to go watch that movie again or watch that show again. Yes, Moni, but not and not in the show. In the show, Cassian doesn't know any of the. He's not in the rebellion yet. In the show, he's just some dick from Ferrix that gets wrapped up in some shit. Like, he's not in anything. Like, he sells illegal shit to whoever will buy it, and he does it like in the shadows. Like, he's kind of a criminal. To be honest with you. And yes, Moni, that's correct. Art saw D&D yesterday. Shh. No spoilers. We haven't seen it yet. That's coming, though. That's going to be the next thing that we go see. Everybody keeps saying it's great, though. I hope that's the case, because I really want it to be. Sniff Wong, have you seen the Super Mario Brothers movie? Yes, I have. We'll talk about that in a minute. Prof, Winter Soldier made me so excited about Marvel movies. I thought they'd actually figured it out. Superhero movies are best made as genre films with superheroes in them. Yes. Winter Soldier was great because it was a spy thriller with a literal super spy. Like what they did with Logan, a modern Western with superheroes. Yes. Yes. Art loved the D&D movie. Moni wants to see the D&D movie. I agree. Yeah. So Andor's, that's been my favorite Star Wars thing that Disney's done. Andor is just delightful in a really dark, ominous way. So all right, that's Half Pint Carry. You need to go watch Andor, the whole thing, and enjoy it. Derek says D&D movies amazeballs. Yeah, that's next. Sniff Wong, very much enjoyed the era of the character development of all the characters. The Iron Man movies were great. Yep. Winter Soldier was epic. Yep. Iron Man 3 kind of sucked, I thought. But I wasn't a huge fan of the Hulks, but they were good as well. Still super mad that Hawkeye wasn't a movie. Then the first Avengers kind of got rid of the whole character development of each character and more focus on the team, which made favorites and made some of the heroes irrelevant. Actually, Moni, yes. Hang on one second, because I will talk about that stuff too. Yes, we're gonna talk about that gaming in just a little bit, Moni. So we talked Mando, we talked Picard. I want to touch on the Super Mario Brothers movie real quick. The Super Mario Brothers movie is exactly what we need right now. It's exactly what we need. It is a hour and a half long fluff piece that's just fun and it's good for kids, it's good for adults, it's good for fans of the games, and it's good for people who don't know anything about the games. They do a really good job of bringing you into the universe. They do a really good job of bringing you on board. Okay, Special K, I got you. Special K is doing a garden project today. She's building a raised garden bed because we just got rid of a bunch of shit trees on the side of our house. So she wants to put a raised garden bed in there and plant some more vegetables and stuff. So I got to help her later. My voice sucks, but my arms still work. Let me sip this tea. There we go. So, Super Mario Brothers is a movie without agenda. It is simply there to make you go, hey, remember Mario? It's fun. Watch it. Like, that is literally it. That is totally it. The Super Mario Brothers movie is fun as shit. It's fun as shit. Does the Mario movie have the classic animated movie thing of having jokes for kids and jokes for adults? Yep. I hear the new Broadway musical Shucked is like that. A fun piece of fluff that is so needed right now. A musical about corn. Nice. Yeah, so Special K, I'm sure we'll be posting, if you go in our Discord and you go to the Special K's projects, I'm sure Special K will be posting some pictures in there. Yeah, Sniff Wong is correct. The Mario movie's 100% worth going to see. 100%. It will be in my collection. That'll be I think something that I buy and have because it was just so good. I think that we're turning a corner in video game live action or animation entertainment. I think that you're going to start seeing a lot more video game properties getting adapted correctly. I think the Super Mario Brothers movie is a excellent start for what I would say should be billed as the Smash Brothers universe, because I would love to see Illumination take that same zest that they had for Super Mario Brothers and take that to a Metroid film and a Legend of Zelda film and a Star Fox film and a Kid Icarus film. I would watch all of them. I would watch them all. Carlos, I think I don't know. I think Wreck-It Ralph is more an homage to video gaming, whereas Super Mario Brothers is straight up, let's tell the story of the Super Mario games. So I don't know if it's necessarily fair to compare the two. Crowley, did I watch Arcane? Fuck yes, I did. That was great. That is along the lines of what I'm talking about. I think we're starting to turn a corner in video game to film and television adaptations. I've never played the League of Legends game. I never played League of Legends, but I did watch that show, and that show was tremendous. I loved the way it was animated. I loved the way it was presented. I loved the story. I loved the script. The script was fantastic. The voice acting was great. It was fucking, Arcane was fantastic, man. Arcane was fantastic. And yes, Moni, The Last of Us. Said, I know nothing about the game, but I absolutely loved the show. Art says, love Last of Us. Giblet said Last of Us was amazing. Special K even watched The Last of Us. I didn't force her to, but I did bug her incessantly. Please watch The Last of Us with me. I'm genuinely excited. Please watch this movie with me, or please watch this show with me, because unlike a lot of people that enjoyed that show, I played the game. I've played both of them. I love the Last of Us series. I love the games. And I can safely say that The Last of Us is probably the best. I would agree with Crowley that The Last of Us is the best video game adaptation ever made. It is the best. Sniff Wong, it's on HBO Max or Max now. I guess they're calling it because Warner Brothers is fucking stupid. But was the show different compared to the game? Not much. Not much. In fact, there were. That's one of the reasons why I believe that The Last of Us was such a good, faithful adaptation of the game, is because they didn't pull any punches. They didn't try to rewrite anything. They didn't play a lot of bullshit. They just said, this is what the game is, so let's write our script based on that. Who knew that people would like it if you just did the fucking game? If you just do the game, and people will like it. Yes, Art, it was better than Super Mario Brothers. Super Mario Brothers is very good. Super Mario Brothers is very good. It is a very, very good video game adaptation. But The Last of Us is the best. That was the best. Pete said, I have to watch Andor, so I have to try it again. Yes, Half Pint Carry. Well, it is slow. Andor is a slow burn. There's no question. But you look at other Star Wars, look at the prequel movies, and and some of the other shows and the cartoons that are out. It's action. It's pew 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 pew, lasers, pew 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 pew, Jedi. Blah. Andor's not like that. Andor is like a Westworld or Game of Thrones or something like that. Like, it's a slow burn. You got to get invested. You got to get invested in it, man. Like, Andor's dope. And I think that what's his nuts? Guy that played Kino Loy. Andy Serkis. I believe that Andy Serkis deserves an Emmy for his performance in Andor. 100%. Carlos, that's This Is Us, bud. God. You are a clown. You are a clown. But yeah, so video game adaptations, we're turning a corner. Arcane on Netflix is an adaptation of the video game League of Legends. It's very, very good. The Last of Us is on HBO Max, is an adaptation of the Last of Us video game, and it is extremely good. Very, very faithful as well. In fact, there are several videos. This is what I was getting ready to touch on. There are several videos where they have side-by-side comparisons of certain scenes from the game and from the show. And in most cases, they are line for line, shot for shot, exactly how they happen in the video game. Moni, Arcane is on Netflix. Derek, yes, I watched the Halo show. The Halo show I think is absolute junk. Halo is trash. And I was so excited for it. I feel like they nailed so much of the look. They nailed the look every time I saw the Spartan armor on screen. I was like, yeah. And then they did Silver Team and I went, wait, who? And then they showed me the Covenant and I was like, yeah. And then they showed that girl and I went, who? And then John Spartan had sex with the girl from the Covenant, and I was like, what fucking show is this? Is somebody gonna shoot someone else in my Halo show? Oh, look, there's the warthog. And it's gone. Oh, look, there's the Covenant Banshee, and it's gone. It was just... I think if you didn't know anything about the game, like literally nothing about the game, I think you can walk away going, yeah, this is okay. If you know anything about the game at all, you're going to be pissed every time he pulls his fucking helmet off. Every time John Spartan pulled his helmet off, I was like, In I'll say 4. In 4 games featuring the Spartan, featuring Master Chief, he never once removed his helmet. Never once. And by like episode 2 or 3 of the show, it was a slog just to keep his helmet on. Like, to actually see Master Chief the way he's supposed to look. And it was, no. The Halo show, I was so mad. Special K is right. I was so mad. I was just sitting in the chair every single episode. I would just sit in my chair going, when is this going to be a Halo show? So the show is called Halo, right? And there was no actual Halo until like almost the end of the show. And it didn't build up the Halo. Like the actual Halo in the show is supposed to be, thank you, Black Cloud, for subbing. What do you mean I didn't even play the game? Special K, I've played all of the Halo games. Oh, well, are you sure, Derek, that he takes it off in Halo 3? Yeah, and Special K, yes. Well, that's because they're old and I played them before you and I started dating. The Halo games are old. The original Halo came out for the original Xbox in 2000. Oh no. I mean, I do dislike most FPS games, but back when Halo came out, FPS was a new thing. So I loved it. It's just now, it's one of those, I played so much GoldenEye and so much Perfect Dark that now every time a first-person shooter comes out, it's like, oh, look, it's a first-person shooter. Yeah, Call of Duty, Special K, that's it. Black Cloud. I had someone ask if Real McCoy was K-pop the other day when they heard one of their songs. No, Moni, Halo was on Paramount Plus, and they did not have to tone that down. In fact, they could have ramped it up. I mean, Paramount Plus has the show Evil, and that's one of the most disturbing shows I've ever watched. I love it, but that's one of the most disturbing shows I've ever watched. That's on Paramount Plus too. They could have absolutely ramped shit up for Halo. Like, there was a couple scenes in that first episode I was like, yeah, and then second episode I was like, okay, and third episode I was like, wait, what? And then as it kept going, it was like, this isn't Halo. There's nothing Halo-y going on in this damn show. Where the fuck is the Covenant? And then they would show him. I'd be like, yeah, this is cool. And then, nope. It was. I just think they chose to. They just chose to focus on the wrong parts of the Halo verse. Plus, they actually came out and said that the Halo television show is like an alternate reality from the video game Halo, and it was like, okay, fucking whatever. You know, I just think I think they could have done better, especially with the budget they had. I think they could have done better. Oh, hey. Yeah, okay. Who the fuck are you? Thanks, Special K. I was getting ready to. Buy more streamers, upgrade your stream. Shut the fuck up. Yes, Storm is correct. Halo has amazing lore, and there were actually books associated with the games that were a good, quick read. For sure, man. Yeah, Black Cloud, the artistic view. Yeah, Wheel of Time. Yeah. I didn't mind Wheel of Time, but I never read the books. So, I mean, I'm like, okay, Aes Sedai, all that stuff. Okay. Like, yeah, well, when I clicked it, I didn't have the band thing. It didn't come up. It just was it didn't come up like it was supposed to. But yeah, artistic views, where like the people who make shows have to like, well, I wanted to do something different. Nobody fucking wants you to do anything different. This is why when The Last of Us came out, when they did the Last of Us television show, the reason it was so good was because they had Neil Druckmann, the original writer and creator of Last of Us, they had him come and do the show with the script doc, with the writer of Chernobyl, one of the greatest television shows ever. Like, yes, leave it to the people who made it good instead of needing to think you can do it better. Exactly. Yeah, Sword of Truth was great until the chicken. Mm-hmm. Muppet Stooges fan. All my favorite TV shows right now are on CBS Paramount. Right? Fire Country in East New York. No, not yet, Black Cloud. We even talked about that a little bit earlier. The D&D movie. Oh, Carlos, you need to finish Chernobyl. Chernobyl is a rough watch. Moni, SOT is Sword of Truth. Professor Slav, please go do something different. Just stop doing your different things to the things I want to be like the stuff I already like. Yes, that is all correct. Timmy said, so I may have missed it from earlier, but did we make a decision on the Derek doing live play-by-play for Pete versus Jason Rush in sumo suits at RemoCon? Not yet, Tim. We're not to that yet. Giblet is correct. Chernobyl was awesome. Yeah, Special K or excuse me, Moni. The Sword of Truth series is a book series. It was made into a television show back in the day called Legends of the Seeker, and it sucked so hard. It sucked so bad. Wall, did you see the new Strange New World trailer? Yes. I'm very excited. Yeah. I want this ship to go right now. Well, yeah, Black Cloud. That's because the actor that played Zed is super awesome. And he was in Mad Max. And I can't remember his name right now. I don't know why I can't remember his name right now. He was in Mad Max, and he was in Episode 3, Star Wars Episode 3, and he was in The Matrix as the Train Man, and Bruce Spence. Thank you. Bruce Spence. That's right. Oh, Wall is about to watch Wall is about to watch Picard. So Wall, I want you to message me as soon as you're done. As soon as you're done. Talking of ships, did anyone watch the Starship launch, the actual real spaceship? No, I did not. Mark Aganis, shut up. Picard is great. The third season of Picard is the shit. And this finale was fantastic, and I cried, and it was awesome and great. When it launched into an explosion, did it explode, Black Cloud? Hang on. Oh, the SpaceX. Oh, and it blew up. Oh. Ah, okay. Hey, Jacknut. It got heated for sure. Carlos, Q is great. I keep forgetting that Special K didn't watch The Next Generation. I mean, I thought your dad was into it and would have been something that you saw a lot, but I liked Q. Just tell him you really enjoy how Picard picked his lightsaber crystal. Black Cloud. I know, Storm. They still saw it as a success. Yes, no spoilers about season 3 of Picard, but season 3 of Picard is very obviously the best. We've already touched on that. Why is there a cook on a ship with replicators? I kind of asked myself the same thing, Wall. Storm, I don't know how blowing up a multi-million-dollar ship is a success. I could have done that without launching it. Oh, I love you guys. Oh, I love you guys. Ugh. Mark Gerganis, worst Star Trek character ever. Crusher, Neelix, or Ensign Kim? Neelix, dude. And which Crusher? Are we talking about Wesley or Doctor? Jar Jar. I love Wesley Crusher. Shut up, Wesley. All right. So we talked about the Super Mario movie. John Wick 4. Probably one of the greatest action movies I've ever seen. Thought it was a perfect ending to the series. I honestly really hope that we don't get a fifth one. I hope that it's wrapped up with 4 and we're done and that's it. Derek. It being a success is about perspective. It lasted 4 minutes before it exploded. For some people, that's a success. Timmy prefers Jane Candle. Womp, womp, womp. Yeah, I don't really want to see a John Wick 5. I hope they stop. Get out while they're ahead. They made the best action movie ever. I don't see them being able to top that. John Wick 4 was fucking unreal. God, it was good. God, it was good. I really enjoyed it. Gaming. Yes. Let me hang on one second. Let's see. So, yeah. Let's get some of this. So, in gaming, I got Special K has been playing Fallout 4 again and having a good time with that. I got 3 new board games, and this is what Moni was. Moni, you got to see John Wick. Oh, you got to see John Wick. Oh, you got to see John Wick. John Wick made action movies cool again, man. It's fantastic. John Wick is chef's kiss. So Special K has been playing Fallout, Black Cloud. So I want to show you guys this. So I recently picked up 3 new board games. This is Eclipse: Second Dawn for the Galaxy. This is a 4X space game that's very, very similar to Twilight Imperium, which is the 4X space game, but it plays in about half the time. The mechanics in this game are very streamlined, so that so it's not super crazy. You're not making a bajillion decisions. You're really only making one on your turn. So the reason this is a big deal is because they recently, I've been trying to get a hold of a copy of this game for years, literal years. And in the beginning, it was too expensive and I couldn't really get it. And then when I did have the money for it, it was out of print. They recently started printing it again. So I was able to get this copy of Eclipse, and it is goddamn great. And I cannot wait to play it with some people. I spent all the other day. You can see here, I've pulling out some trays, pulling out all the stuff. There's all of the punch outs. I had to punch all of this stuff out. There's the tray of little spaceships, and you got little spaceships and cool stuff in it. And the game is great because it actually comes with these cool trays that everything fits in. There's so many little bits. There's so many little bits and stuff that comes in that box that they included plastic trays to hold everything. So once I punched out all the punch outs, setting it up I just put everything where it's supposed to be and put it all back in the box. And now when you go to set it up, instead of handing out a million little pieces, you just hand everyone their player box and it's already got everything inside it. Because you still have to punch out the things to put in the boxes. Rich. There are still tokens and things like that. We're gonna get to that, Jason. But I also wanted to show you this. I also picked up a game called Quacks of Quedlinburg, which is super lots of fun. Making potions and making sure they don't blow up. And then I also got Cascadia, which is a game I found out about while I was hanging out in Florida last week. It's like a set collector game. Everybody's vying to make biomes of animals in certain conglomerations, and yeah, it looks pretty sweet. Oh, Moni, it's fine. It's actually the punching out stuff, punching out the gamey shit, like punching out all these is actually one of the fun things for me. It's one of the things that I enjoy about my board gaming hobby is punching out each one of those hexes and then punching out the little number tokens and putting them where they go and punching out all the tech and putting it where it goes. And, I really like that. I really like that part of gaming. So yeah, that's gaming stuff. All right. So you guys are just now forcing my hand. You're just going to talk about the thing. Real quick, Derek, no, I've never played Zia. I've never played that game. I don't know anything about it. But yeah, that Eclipse game, I'm really excited to get that to the table. I want to play that with people. Were we thinking August and September sometime? Because, gig schedules are going to be a thing. I've already got the week off for TwitchCon, that week in October. Like, that's it. Thanks, Tim. All right, well, you can't call it BardsCon then. You're going to have to call it something else. Well, we were going to go to the one in Vegas, but then everybody started talking about, this. Yeah, Jason says the only cool thing about TwitchCon was you guys. Half Pint Carry believes we should call it Bard's Fam Bam Jam. Elizabeth. Hey, Elizabeth. She'll be in Vegas. Are you going to TwitchCon, Elizabeth? Yes, Storm. This is registered. This is a registered trademark of Brookstone Bards Entertainment. Yeah, see, Carlos is all about Vegas. Vegas, Vegas, Vegas. Oh, damn. Moni, you can get a good game of Eclipse going with, I think, 3 to 4 people, but it seats 6. So you could actually have a 6-player game. Quacks of Quedlinburg seats 4, and Cascadia, I believe, is also a 4-player game. Many games that I have are 4 players. Eclipse can be played between 3 and 5 hours. It's kind of a longer game, but it's not anywhere near Twilight Imperium's 6 to 8 hours of play. Quacks of Quedlinburg can be played in under an hour or 2 hours. And I'm not sure about Cascadia. I haven't really opened it up to check. I haven't played with it yet. Why would we have to do TwitchCon without you this year, Timmy? Might you have to go do something? Like be in India or some shit? Oh, no. Well, that's okay. Special K and I can go and turn it into a romantic getaway. Moni, I do live stream some games, but I live stream them on Tabletop Simulator. I normally don't live stream the actual board games. We could probably. Give us versions of the games on how the games work. Well, I haven't played Cascadia yet. I saw a video on it and thought it was very cool. Quacks of Quedlinburg, I did play last week while I was in Florida with Corey, and it was fantastic. It was awesome. We can do a live gaming stream sometime, like actually set it up and set around the table and, get the camera. It would be a lot of camera work. I'd want to be able to show multiple angles. I'd want to be able to get closer to closer to certain things. But the Eclipse is a spaceship game where you're exploring the galaxy and you might run into each other, and there's fighting and battles and upgrading your ships and improving your species technology, and is all of those things. Once our game room is fixed, Special K just said it right now. We had a leak in our ceiling, and it turns out it's coming from a drain upstairs. So we've got to get that fixed, and it's right up in the game room. So now everything's all pushed over, and some of the games are taken off the thing, and I attack the darkness. Or Giblet, you'd like to be where? Playing the game? Oh, Half Pint Carrie, you're talking about books and runs. Yeah, books and runs. Yeah, Tim, we could mount some GoPros on the walls. Yeah. And now that we've got Bard Fest, for sure, Giblet. Of course you're coming. But I would like to do, could double as an OnlyFans studio. Well, Storm, you just come on down and you can sleep on the couch and then just go do work in the house. Like, wake up every day and be like, what can I fix today? Why do you think they finally caved for Brookstone Fest? Room and board included. That's correct. Yeah, Storm, we'd put you up. Mark Greganis. Duct tape. Ooh, duct tape. Yeah. Oh my God, Pete, I just found the perfect Peloton ride for you. It'll be the only ride you ever need to do, and it will keep you coming back again and again. What is it? Yeah, I banged Peloton. On May the 4th, Sam is doing a Star Wars ride. I may have to do that. Oh, I may have to do that. Stream it. That'd be akin to like an OnlyFans stream. Here, watch Pete sweat and work out. It's terrible. Oh, I know he is. I've taken a couple Sam rides. He's pretty fun. Do it live. Is it Sam the I'm one with the Force and the Force is with me guy? Yep. Well, Storm's going back to work May 1st. The one who used to be a monk. Yes. He's Chirrut Imwe. I'm one with the Force is with me. But yeah, to Tim's point of we were talking about this in the TwitchCon thread or TwitchCon channel in the Discord. Maybe doing just a Bards get up, like straight up Bards Con, might be kind of cool. You're having 4 teeth pulled the Friday before you go back to work, Storm? Come on. Wouldn't that isn't that just you can't go back to work to do that, right? Like, you can't go back to work when you're on the drugs, can you? I'd like to do a Bard Fest and make it an actual music festival for a day. Ooh. You mean elaborate, Tim? Would you want Twitch streamers to come, or do you want us to get local musicians and do band stuff, or what do you think? Streamer musicians. Yeah. So you want to set up sound and lights, and everybody goes up and plays a set, right? Huh. I feel like we know enough people we could actually probably do that. You can do it in the cul-de-sac. Hey, we could have I Am Mr. Goat stream the whole thing on his Twitch channel because he lives next to us. Opiates are bad for those of us who don't handle addiction. Wait, Storm. So you're not gonna have any pain meds during that. You're just gonna suffer through it. That's insane. But you got to do what's best for you. You know, if that's what's best, stay away from that. But imagine a final super band set combining forces. Ooh. But see, then everybody would have to come here. Does BardCon include a Sunday activity of watching NFL Red Zone in Tim's garage? Probably. 4 pulled about 3 weeks ago. Ibuprofen and ice. That was it. Damn, Storm. You are a much braver man than I. Very, very brave. Very brave. And yeah, Derek, I'm pretty sure we would watch some Red Zone. Does the cul-de-sac neighborhood have a rentable party room, like a rec room? Nope. No, we do not. That'd be pretty cool, though. I wonder how we'd be able to do that. Like, there is a hotel not far from our house. Can we rent Lake Park's community house? Ooh. Yeah, and probably couldn't rent Smokey Joe's for a night. Ooh. Oh, come on, Derek. You know she's going to cheer for the Steelers. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. And that would actually be kind of neat to rent Smokey Joe's, or not rent it, but like have the show at Smokey Joe's. That'd be kind of cool. Get Hooter for the day. Karaoke night. We could definitely, though, I could see us doing BardsCon and everybody comes and we stream it live and then have a whole bunch of streamers like go up and play a set. That'd be all right. Oh, yes, you do, Special K. We already have. We have video proof of you singing in front of eyeballs. Yeah, right, Wall. BardsCon sing along of DSP. Fuck. Yeah, that's true. Wouldn't be able to escape that. Thanks, I hate it. Of course it's going to happen. It's you guys. You guys couldn't help but troll me in real life. I can play Wonderwall on guitar? Sure. Sure, let's just really fuck it all up. So anyway, here's Wonderwall. Yeah, Special K can play the uke. I'll leave early if Jason does that. Put a nice price tag on DSP to get it played. Yep, Storm. If you come, we can even play some U2, buddy. So, yeah. So the more we talk, you know what? Let me. I'm gonna get out my my calendar here. So, October 19th through the 22nd was the time that we requested out, or that we got out for TwitchCon. In October, that Saturday is a Thurston Howell gig. On October 12th, we're going to Chicago for a few days. Then TwitchCon. Let's see. September. Ooh. There is a weekend in September, a couple weekends in September that might work. So if BardsCon is a thing, we need an Art and Pete set. Oh, probably. There's also, let's see. No, that's a gig at, that's a Lake Wiley gig we're trying to lock down. There is a weekend in August that may work. Yeah, August and September. Yeah. We don't have to. Well, I just wanted to see, Special K, I wanted to see if there was even time, if there was even a thing I could do. Jason's birthday is September the 8th. Funny story, that's one of the weekends that I have available. So we're going to table an official date for now. But there is a we may make a BardsCon channel in Discord and gauge some interest and see who might like to go, because that might be kind of neat to do a BardsCon. And yeah, no, that's true, Derek. That's true. You could all go to a show. It would depend on where the show was at. I mean, Thurston Howell plays kind of all over the East Coast, so I mean that gig could be in Myrtle Beach or Virginia or whatever. So it would kind of hinge on whether or not the show was somewhere everybody could go. But I'd really just rather, have all of us get together and have it be like a, one day at Giant Music Day, another time, we all hang out somewhere and, I think I'm kind of liking where this is going, actually. This could be pretty cool. We have to look at, hotels and things like that and so forth and so on. Panels and celebrity guests. Maybe. Of course, there's local fare here in North Carolina. If we had it in North Carolina, I mean, I know that's a big travel for some people. I know we were talking about, mentioned, Jason had mentioned Austin, and then we were talking about that, but like, I don't know anyone in Austin. That would be significantly more work. But I don't know if that seems like something that some of you thanks, Carlos. Phil Luna's in Austin. Ooh. Interesting. Yeah, this might could work. Let's definitely talk about this because I think this is something that could be potentially very cool. I'm at the bottom of my list now. My list was Phil Luna. I think Mandy Prater's in Texas. Of course, both of them members of the Jukesters team. Yes, Elizabeth is in Florida. Only thing I know about Austin is hipsters and humidity. I have never actually been to Austin. I've been to Houston. I spent a weekend in Houston when I was doing my training for Howl at the Moon. But radio companies close to Austin, I don't know if I could get them at the show though, Giblet. I don't know. And if you did, you'd have to make sure Hopscout could come. Elizabeth, you never been to Texas? I enjoyed my time in Houston. Houston is a pretty cool town. I'll be in Houston and Dallas-Fort Worth in August. I may die of heat. Well, we don't want you to die of heat, Storm, so don't. Jason, Houston and Austin are definitively not representative of the rest of Texas. All right. Let's see. Oh, I did want to show you guys some. I want to show you guys some pics of our trip to Florida. So as you know, Garrett and Garrett and Ari were in their high school band, the Porter Ridge Pirates. Went to Disney World to march in the Main Street Parade, which was very awesome and cool and a huge opportunity for them. But Giblet and Special K went down as chaperones, and while they were chaperoning, oh, thank you, Ledbetter. Ledbetter, you're the best. Thanks for that. I wonder if I bottled my farts and slapped a penguin sticker on it, calling them hopes and dreams, if they would sell. But anyway, so last week, Garrett and Ari, Ari is Giblet's son, Giblet and Tim's son, and Garrett's me and Special K's son. Their high school went down to march in the Main Street Parade, Disney World. Huge opportunity for them, very cool, and so that left Cassidy and I to travel down. We were going to travel down to see them march. Of course, while W006's lovely wife Heather managed to hook us up so we could get into Disney for the day and not pay crazy amounts of money to go see a march and everything. And we had some time with nothing to do. Last week, of course, was our kids' spring break. So Cass and I decided we were going to go to Universal. So we went to Universal, just Cass and I, and took some fun pics. There's she and I getting ready to go in. There's us outside the thing that says Jurassic Park, that was so cool. Then there's us standing outside Hogwarts. We did get to do the Harry Potter, the Wizarding World experience. That was very cool. Here, I messed. That's the only pic I got of the lady's face, and it's a little messed up. Whoops. But This was Cass actually getting chosen for the wand. She got chosen for the wand experience when we went to Ollivander's. And that video is actually on the Brookstone Bard's Instagram page if you go and check the video. But she was the one who got chosen by the wand, which was very cool. So we bought it. Because if that wand's going to choose her, I can't not buy the wand. So she's got it now. But that was a really neat experience. And Ollivander's is very, very cool. There's her there. She's got her wand right there, actually. And there's the Hogwarts Express back behind us there, which was cool. There is Diagon Alley. And there's right down the thing there with the dragon at the top of Gringotts, which was awesome. That was just, it was wild to stand there and look around and be like, holy fuck, this is actually Diagon Alley. Very cool. And then there's, of course, we had to go taunt Megatron a little bit. We had to mess with him a little bit. And Cass found a Hello Kitty store and went absolutely bananas for it. So we had to get, of course, we had to get her picture there because she loves Hello Kitty. And then this was the end of our time. So Cass, we posed outside the Universal statue that turns, just like in the movies, it turns. So we waited till the word got all the way across and then snapped the pic. And then we went to eat at Bubba Gump Shrimp, and Cass had never been. So that was pretty cool. Gringotts does violate all code inspections. That is 100% true. Yes, it does. But so yeah, Cass and I went to Universal, and it was a super cool experience. I don't know that we'll be doing it again. It was extremely expensive to do for one day, and in that one day we did the whole park. And so it was like, once you're done, you're done. It's like, okay. Yes, Giblet and Special K were chasing after a ton of high schoolers. And yes, Moni, it was a really great trip. It was good for Cass and I to have an experience that was uniquely ours. That was just she and I. That really meant a lot. You never did answer if you mansplained Transformers lore to Megatron. No, I didn't. I was kind of sad they weren't doing the talk back. Like a lot of times there's a guy that will actually talk for Megatron, kind of like Turtle Talk with Crush at Disney World, where he'll like actually talk and stuff. But there was just a couple pre-programmed lines. Like there wasn't an actual discussion with him. I tried to talk to him, but he didn't say anything back. So it was just kind of, it was a little lame. I was kind of hoping for some back and forth, but it didn't happen. So I didn't get to mansplaining Transformers lore to him. I did ride the Transformers ride though, and although it is very much like the Spider-Man ride, it's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. I really did enjoy it. Yeah, it does suck, Giblet. It wasn't. They didn't have the guy talking. They were just like canned lines, and it was like, okay. Because we actually heard him say some of the same stuff to some other people that were waiting in line for their pictures. So it was like, well, this is dumb. I mean, yeah, it's Megatron, and he's there, and he walks around and gets down in your face and tries to scare you and stuff. But it was all canned lines, so it wasn't as awesome as it could have been. But we had a really good time, and the Wizarding World is extremely neat. It is very, very neat to stand there among all that stuff. And I know, Storm, that's why we were excited. The Megatron chatter videos, like I wanted some interaction. I wanted to like do some back and forth, but it wasn't, they didn't have a guy talking. It was just the canned responses. So it was like, okay, come on, Cass, let's get out of here. And then we went and ate at Bubba Gump Shrimp, which, by the way, Carrie, I need you to tell me the story about how you almost got thrown out of Bubba Gump's. What were you doing? What were you doing that got you thrown out of Bubba Gump's? I've got to know. Yeah, Special K. It really was. It really was special for Cass and I. I think actually it was extremely good for Cass and I's bond. It was extremely good bonding time for Cass and I too. Half Pint Carrie says, you know how they have the sign that says "Stop for a stop"? Yeah, it's what gets you. It gets them to stop at your table. Gets the server to stop at your table. Yes. So I do know. I am familiar with the sign. Yes. Ah. My friend and I kept flipping it to that because all the waiters were cute. We literally asked for dumb shit each time. Oh, wow, Carrie. Lame. Oh, this story is BC before Carlos. Okay. Thank you for the context, Chris. Lame. And yes, Moni, it was very special for Cass and I to be able. I mean, you look at these lovely pictures and look at just how just genuinely happy she is. We were just genuinely happy to be there. She was just having a great time. She loved it. And this was great. Like, we got to do Transformer shit and she loved it. And the Hello Kitty, it was a really, really good time. And I'm super, super glad that we got to do it together. Yes, they do grow up too fast, Moni. I'm going to turn my head and she's going to be a fucking teenager. Well, Storm, that does sound like a dumb reason to kick someone out of a restaurant unless Carrie did it over and over and over and over and over again. And they went, you know what? We're sick of your shit. But yes, it was a super, super fun trip. And I'm really, really glad that we did it. Plus, we also, after we went to Universal, we still got to go to Disney World the next day and watch Garrett march in the parade and watch him march down Main Street. Pretty awesome. Storm says, I still bring my dad to baseball games and stuff when I'm 41 years old. Don't lose faith. That won't continue. I know. It's just they're in that Storm. My kids are in that stage right now where they don't want to have a lot to do with us. Like right now, they're in the mindset that mom and dad are lame because they've got their own shit going on and their own things they want to do. Oh yeah, Wall. Hang on. Now, careful, Wall. We don't want to give too many spoilers away. There are some people in the chat who haven't seen it yet. But yeah. Also, you are lame. Thanks, buddy. And yeah, I do struggle with the fact that the kids want to do their own thing. I want them to do their own things. It's just when I get the opportunity, I tell them this all the time, I'm super busy. We're doing this show or I have to do an in-person gig, and now it's ramping up and I'm staring down the barrel of this crazy busy summer. And I know that I won't get a lot of opportunity to hang out with them. So when I do get it and I ask, they're always like, and it's like, it kind of tears me up a little bit. But as parents, you got to let them do, you got to let them do their thing, no matter how hard it is. Because this is how they grow. And our job is not to hold them back doing shit that we want them to do. Our job is to make sure they foment the things that they want to do and learn their way. This is the way, Carlos. It's right. It's a super sad way, but it is the way. And Moni, soon my chitlins will be 28, 22, 20, and 17. Jesus. Yeah, you have legit adults. Yes, Special K is correct. The issue is the timelines are opposite, and Pete's best time isn't their best time. That's correct. But a lot of times, like I work on the weekends, so they get their weekends to themselves. I don't make them do shit on Saturdays because I'm not around. 5% of the time, I don't make them do shit on Fridays because I'm not around. But, you know, like on a Thursday night, like tonight, this would be a perfect time for me to go, hey, kids, you want to play a game? And they're going to go, nah. Special K will go, nah. And I'll go, come on, you guys. Come on, you guys. And I didn't address this earlier, but Special K did get us all on the Tron ride, which just opened. And yes, it was dope. Yes, Jason, I'm a huge you fan. Why can't you be a big me fan? That's correct. Peaches, 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 peaches. Yeah. My 16-year-old nephew asked me about condoms the other day. That was super weird. Oh, I'm ruining the day. I'm ruining the day that's going to happen to me. Yeah. Special K like did some serious finagling to get all of the kids that wanted to ride it into the virtual queue so we could all ride Tron together. Like she pulled off some serious like Disney magic feats to make that happen. Very, very proud of her. Very, very proud of her. And then for her and Giblet to be corralling all them kids, let's go all do and trying to corral them without making it stressful. Like I'm so proud of Giblet and Special K for doing that. They did such a good job wrangling all the kids. And yes, Moni, matching up the parents' time with the kids' time, it is rough. Well, the chaperones got them in. I had to go and move Giblet at my times. Mm-hmm. BRH, I thought Tron was very, very awesome. I thought the Tron ride was very cool. It's a little short. It's a little short and maybe a bit overhyped. But I really did like it. I really like how you get on the ride. Like the getting on the cycle and then bending over like you grabbing the handles and pulling them back like this. And when you pull them back, the back of the thing claps down on you and holds you in it. Oh, that's rad. Oh, that's rad. Yeah, I think Guardians of the Galaxy is a better experience. But it does make me sick. It made me sick too. But Guardians is much neater. There's a lot of neater shit going on. Rice Tails in the house. Rice Tails, thank you, buddy. Thank you for that subs. Good to see you. Sorry, I'm just doing a voice chatting stream today because I got to save my pipes for this weekend. We got 2 Abacab shows. And don't forget, tomorrow night, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, here on the Brookstone Bards channel, we are live streaming the Abacab show from Amos's South End tomorrow night. It's going to be pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Yes, we rode Tron at dusk, so we did get to see the interior all lit up and stuff. That was very cool. And Jason, I wrote a poem the first time my oldest didn't want to hang out with me. Yep, it's rough. It does bum you out, doesn't it, Jason? When you're like, hey, you want to go do some cool shit? No, I want to stay home. It's kind of a bummer. But so anyway, I think that's about all I had on my thing. We did some nerd shit. We did some gaming shit. We talked about the Florida trip. We talked about BardsCon a little bit. Yeah, and Special K, I remind myself too that we didn't want to hang out with our parents at that age either. You know, it wasn't until later in life that I wanted to hang out with my mom. You know, when I was a teenager, I wanted to go do teenager shit. What is this, Jason? Aww. You have a website? Oh. Oh, Jason. Fuck. Oh, I can't read that right now. I'm going to start crying. Shit. Oh, that's your brother's website. Oh, no, Jason, that's fantastic. That poem is wonderful. Oh, Moni. Lexi went to a concert last year. I wanted to go with her. She didn't want me to, so I did. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Right now, I'm still on a stage where, like, Garrett will do stuff with me. I know he doesn't want to. I know he wants to do his own thing. Cass, though, will still do stuff with me. Like, she wants me to take her to cons and things, anime cons and shit like that. And, yeah, Special K, just the little bit that I looked at, I started well, and it's, yeah, I'm a total sap. That poem would fuck me up, but it is really good, Jason. It's a really good. If you guys want to check that out, you guys in chat, go up, scroll up to the link that Jason posted, and read that poem. That's really, really nice. And I can't spend too much time drinking it in, or I will start sobbing because I'm like that. I can't help it. I'm a big fucking sap. That's whatever. I don't feel bad about it. I don't give a shit. But, okay, so real quick, we'll do a lightning round with all you guys that are hanging out in chat. If there's anything you'd like to ask me or that you'd like to hear me talk about, put it in the chat. Otherwise, we're going to take off. I'm a sap too. I cried at every TIU episode and most of the MTL episodes. TIU? Oh, This Is Us. And MTL. A million little things. Okay. Yeah, I can't watch that shit. I don't want to watch that shit. I know that people love it, and I know that it's good, and I'm sure it's well acted and all that stuff, but I can't watch that stuff. Those are not the experiences I want to have when I'm watching television or watching movies. I'm very much the... Storm says, I got nothing other than record store day. This record store day is this weekend. Nice. Storm, I think you need to slow down, bud. I think all that money you spent on that Offspring record... you're just going to buy some shit like that again, spend your money on some old vinyl. And yes, Moni, I've heard that both of those shows are very good. I'm not dogging it at all. I don't want to give out the perception that I think it's dumb, that I think those shows are dumb, because I do not think they're dumb. It's just, yes, I will, Special K. I will help you. I promise. I'm going to help her unload the truck. He's been waiting this whole time because I'm streaming. She's like, when you're done, I want you to come downstairs and help me unload the boards. Jury duty. It's a reality TV show of jury doing jury duty, but there's only one person on the jury that isn't a paid actor. Everyone else is there just to make him react to the crazy stuff happening around him all the time. Oh, Moni, yes, I remember the Ferris wheel. Yep. Yeah, that was we were live inside the Sky Wheel at Myrtle Beach. That was a great trip, too. I took the kids to Myrtle Beach. Man, that was a great time. We made a lot of memories that trip. Because it was just me and the kids. And Special K stayed here. She was working. So I took them for the weekend. We went to the Wonderworks, and we went to Ripley's Believe It or Not, and we went to Medieval Times, which they loved. They love Medieval Times. Lexi and I went to Tennessee over spring break. She got into the Ferris wheel 200 feet, and on the skylift thing, I was freaking out for her. Oh, Moni, you should have done them. You should have sucked it up and got in there. Storm, I love the way that jacket smells on that Offspring record. It's been a while since I bought some real vintage closet hidden record. It's like walking into a used bookstore, which is one of the best smells anywhere. Yeah, that's a good smell. Those smells that take you back, man. That's good stuff. Moni went with her. You went to Tennessee. Was a girls' trip. Yeah, you should have did the things. You should have went on the skyline and all that, or the skylift. And that stuff's all cool, man. Plus, it's good to confront your fears. Hell no, Pete. I just can't. Sure you can. But yeah, I think so. I think we're good here. I wanted to hang out with you guys for a little bit today. I know there wasn't any music or nothing like that, but it's been good. I had fun with you guys today. I think that let's see who is. We got to go see who's working out on Twitch right now. Wait, let me see. No. Ah, dang it. Ah, there it is. All right, let's go to Twitch. Let's go take a look here. See who's on. We'll put you right there. Oh yeah, that's off. Okay, good. Good. Let's see. Let's let's go hit Phil Luna. We're going to so we're going to raid out. We're going to raid Phil Luna. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and being here. This would be normally what? It said we are unable to what? I don't understand why we are unable to. I am not sure what's happening. Let me try this. I guess it says his raid setting. We for whatever reason can't raid him, I guess. So that's okay. We'll take a look somewhere else. We'll go for, who else is on here? We'll go do Jor music. That's what we'll do. We'll do Jor music. Okay, we'll do that. She's over there making music. We'll give you guys some what? What the hell? I don't understand what's going on here. Let's try again. There we go. Start the raid. Okay. No! It keeps like kicking me out of the raid. I don't know. I literally don't know why it's doing that. I apologize. Ah, okay, I get it. There we go. I gotta wait. Gotta wait for it to go. All right. God bless. It keeps kicking me out for whatever reason. I am not sure. I'm not sure why it won't let me do that. But there we go. We're gonna go ahead and raid. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. This has been it's pretty fantastic. Is it going? Did it go?